young men decided to take on a challenge. A challenge they were not sure at that point, not sure that they could master. But they wanted to join something that truly was bigger than themselves. They knew that the Marine Corps was a difficult task, but they also knew, I think, in time that it is the most prestigious of all the nation's services. In their time, and regardless of rank, they had the opportunity to command Marines, which is a rewarding and vital experience unto itself. And in the process of doing that, I think they certainly should have the pride of knowing that they have made a difference and that they have contributed to the reputation of the Corps. Last and certainly not least is professionalism. The spirit, the discipline, the aggressiveness, the leadership, the judgment, not least the integrity that these men learned and were exposed to and then practiced themselves on a daily basis, I'm satisfied, at least in part, has made them who they are. Their word is their bond. Their handshake is better than their signature. And yet it seems to have broad application, these skills, these talents that they learned as Marines, because they've risen to the top of their field in business, in journalism, in law enforcement, in arts and in acting. It's a great Corps when you can take some marvelous young men and women of America and see them do these things. And I'm convinced that today that the Smiths and the Andersons and the Kellys and the Burns and the Kyles are in our ranks. Different names, of course, but they're inspired to be there, and one day they'll take the place of these great men in terms of what they do for our country. Lastly tonight, I ask you both for two things. One is to please continue your support for those great young men and women, not just the Marines, but the soldiers and the sailors that support us, the airmen, the Coast Guard, because it is critically important to them that they continue to believe that the country is behind them. It has been marvelous today. That support has been marvelous to date. At one point, Marines in the early going were prone to say, hey, the Marine Corps is at war, but America's at the mall. You know, they don't say that anymore because they don't believe that anymore. Everything that we have asked this great country to do, it has done. And in many cases, it's done it in spades. And that's what provides the motivation, the encouragement, the inspiration that they get from knowing that there's that kind of support at home. Don't let yourself experience war weariness to the degree that would allow you to degrade that support that you show for these great young Americans. Please resolve to keep your support strong. And finally, the holiday season is on us. It really starts with the 10th and then the 11th of November, Veterans Day. We go on to Thanksgiving, and 30 days later, the Christmas season. A lot of us are going to be with our families. You certainly need to enjoy that, but I would ask also that you remember that you're able to do that. You're able to do it without fear of our great cities being attacked once again because of some tremendous young Americans that are in the field tonight. Those young men and women honestly believe that our country has not been attacked over the last 8 years because the people that might otherwise be attempting to get into this country to do so are instead meeting us in the deserts of Iraq or the mountains of Afghanistan. And we're okay with that because that's what we do with this great nation. I would simply ask tonight that as you enjoy the holidays, as you enjoy time with your families, keep them in your thoughts and prayers. Remember where they are and what they're doing, and say a little prayer. God bless you all. Thank you very much.